Hi kids, are you ready to move ahead with another lesson of reasoning for grade 1? Yes, we are back with you with lesson number 7, that is grouping. So let's see what actually is grouping. Here a mother is teaching a child that if he has 15 crayons and he makes the group of 5 crayons each, so how many groups will be formed? So let's see the first group of 5 crayons, another group is formed with 5 another crayons and another 5 crayons comes and he says we have 3 groups of 5 crayons each. That means we are grouping, making the sets, and these sets could be of any number of crayons. Suppose you go for a birthday party and your friend has invited 10 friends. Now, if he buy 30 chocolates, so how many chocolates will each child get? You come across certain situations in your day-to-day life where you need to make grouping of your articles. Here we move ahead and we understand that grouping involves arranging the set of figures, objects in different groups, and it is entirely purely on the basis of some common features. So let's understand the types of grouping. The first type is where you have the collection of objects and you want to make them in groups of 2s, 3s, 4s or 5s, right? And the second category of question is where you have collection of objects and you don't know how many will come in each group, but you want to make 2 groups or 3 groups or 4 groups like that. So let's understand it with certain examples. I have 6 candies with me and I want to distribute to 2 of your friends equally. So what are you going to do? You are going to make 2 groups. You don't know how many toffees will come in each group. What will you do? We'll pick 2 toffees, one I put here, another here. Let's take another pair of candies, one I put here and another here. Then I take another pair of candies, one comes here and another comes here. So we say each one of them gets 3 candies each. Now we are talking about these blueberries and we could see we have 12 blueberries here and they are to be equally divided among 3 plates, right? So let's pick 3 berries and we put 1 in each plate, taking another 3 blueberries, putting them in 3 different plates. Once again, let's pick 3 more and place them again on the plates differently. And the same thing is to be done with last 3 blueberries. And we say that on each plate we have 4 blueberries. Yes, that means you are making groups. You are making 3 groups, but you don't know how much will come in each of these groups. Now here we could see that we have few brushes in a pot and we have made the collection of 5 brushes in each pot. So what do you say? We have made 5 groups and 5 groups of 1 plus 5 another. When it comes 5 times, that shows that there were total 25 brushes. They were divided in 5 equal groups and each group has 5 brushes. That means it is also called equal distribution. Understood? Here we have 12 pencils and we have equally divided these 12 pencils in 3 groups. And do you observe that each group has 4 pencils each? So that clearly indicates that we are making 3 groups and each group has 4 pencils. That makes the total of 12, right? Now you come at this example. Here we could see that there are dash groups of 4 pumpkins each. So total we have how many pumpkins here? It's 12 and we make one group of 4, another group of 4 and one more group of 4. That means we have 3 groups. So your B option is the right answer. Next question is, there are dash teddy bears in each of the 4 groups. That means you have to make the group of 4 teddy bears. One group, second group, then we have third group and fourth group. So total teddy bears were 16, and when you made 4 groups and each group has 4 teddy bears, so we say there are 4 teddy bears in each of the 4 groups, right? So here we are doing equal distribution of 4 teddy bears in each group, right? Now let's move ahead. We'll take another very interesting example. How many more apples are required to make 5 groups of 2 apples each? That means each group has how many apples? 2 apples. Very good. So let's make a pair of apple here. This is second group. We take third group, and this is fourth group, and we need 5 groups. So fifth group could be completed if you just add one more apple to it. The question is, how many more apples? So we say one more apple. This is how you read the question, and then you understand it, what is required here, and accordingly you are going to mark D as the right answer. Did you understand? Let's move ahead with the exercise. So in this question, there are 5 groups of dash balls each. Now it's your turn to read the question and understand. Every time you have the questions of 2 categories. The first one is, either the entire collection of items is given and you have to divide them in certain groups, or the second way is, the groups are given, you have to find how many such groups are formed. So now you are going to take each question as a challenge for you, and I know you are able to crack that challenge, right? So let's start doing these questions, and we will learn how do we form the groups, and if the groups are already given, how much is missing and how much to be added. Let's see another pattern of question here. The shape in figure 1 and figure 2 are different from each other. Now here you could see we have all the 4 shapes here, and all the 4 shapes are also here. That means the shapes are not different, the color is not different, but yes, we could see here the shapes are bigger one and this is the smaller size. So that means the size is different. Now next question is, how many more balloons are required to form 6 groups of 3 balloons each? How many balloons in each group? We have to take 3 balloons in each group and we have to form 6 groups, and then we'll see how many more balloons are required, right? And this way we move ahead with more such questions for you to try and explore, and I know you are going to come out with flying colors. So stay tuned, I'll be back soon with your next chapter.